Olive here. Welcome to the 10th anniversary Q&A special. Back in January of this year, we posted an announcement on both YouTube and Twitter that I'll be answering questions you've given me throughout the month to celebrate the channel turning 10 years old. Surprisingly, a lot of questions were posted not even 24 hours after the announcement was made. You guys really had a lot to ask, so that's why we chose 11 replies each from both YouTube and Twitter, balancing the two out. That's it, let's get started! To start us off, we got 4 questions from Ronnie Rodriguez. For the first question, he asked, how did you meet Riot? I first met Riot a few years back. At the time, I was looking to find a place to live after moving out of my old apartment. I found a flyer in the plaza about an opening for a third roommate, and him and Protest just happened to be the ones I was sharing a house with then. And then the rest is history. Following with the second question, what's your favorite job and or hobby? While I help out with making sure that there's content for both the channel and other platforms like Twitter and TikTok, I like my hobby a lot more, which is designing and making clothing, especially making cosplays. This actually leads to the last 2 questions. How does wearing the Zero suit feel, and do you have your own Varia suit to go with it? Is this about the Zero suit I wore a while back? If that's the case, then I'd say it did feel pretty good to wear. A bit tight in some areas, but it's very flexible for a replica. Plus, wearing it makes me feel somewhat like a tough lady in some way. Even Protest said I look badass in it. Sorry for the language. Sadly, I don't have a Varia suit to go with it though. Moving on, we got Josh Yale asking 2 questions. The first being, how long does it take to animate an SFM? In case it's not already obvious, animation takes a lot of time, especially when one person is the one animating the entire thing. It really depends on multiple things. The length of the scene, the complexity of the movements, how busy the animator is in real life, and whether or not they're motivated enough. Not to mention working with a software that hasn't been updated in 10 years. Though if it was just a simple short like most of our skits, I would say about 2 to 3 days at best. Now on to the next question. Are you excited about the Switch 2?
Okay, I just want to take a moment while ending this video to address this. This question was made back in January when the Switch 2 was first announced, and a lot has happened since then. So much so that it kinda just feels pointless to get out the original answer I went for this video. So I'm just going to give out my current opinions about the Switch 2. Personally, I'm more glad it's more powerful than the original Switch, though I am a bit hesitant on getting one seeing how Nintendo has treated their consumers lately. I still want to plan on getting the Switch 2. I just don't like how Nintendo has been screwing their fans recently. Hope that answers the question. Now back to the video.
Kyber asks, how long did it take to master SFM and to make custom models? Honestly, if Riot were here, he'd explain it better, but I will tell you that it took a real long time to get better at understanding on both modeling and making SFM content. To this day, he still looks for ways to improve his work, mainly with watching tutorials and of course, some practice. Next, we have 13 questions? Right. Well, for the sake of this video's runtime, I'll just answer the first, 5th, 6th, and final one if that's okay. Firstly, why do you have a car when you can just super jump to your destination? Here's the thing about our super jump ability. While it's a good way to travel place to place, we don't always use it, mainly due to some countries like Octo Valley having a strict airspace.
Question 5. Who is your favorite idol?
Honestly, nearly all of them are amazing. But if I had to choose one, I would have to go with Marie. I just like how laid back she could be, always seeming to have a calm personality. If you have seen Wired's Twitter, you know that she and I had a boxing match one time. Even then, she had a calm attitude. Now the 6th question. I've seen a lot of Inklings and Octolings relaxing in the Squid Co swimming pool. However, they usually dissolve in water. Can you explain this? I'm not sure what Squid Co is. I'm gonna need to look that company up after the session. As for how our species react to water, water can only make us dissolve if it's too deep. However, to combat this, our swimwear has a special gear ability that makes our bodies waterproof. That way we are able to swim in pools and other places with deep water. And to end this batch, would you pass on my congratulations to Riot for 10 years of putting up with the pressure of being a semi-famous YouTuber? I'm certain he saw this, though I'm more happy to pass it on regardless. Aswad asks, did something happen to your eyes that made you have cybernetics on them? Oh, I don't really like to talk about that, but let's just say the incident left a much bigger scar. Let's just move on. Here we go. Abit Hunter asks, what would you do if you owned YouTube or Twitter? Well, I would obviously start by making it better than how the current owners made it so far, and possibly making it into more positive platforms. And of course, undo the X rebrand. Now on to Lewis's question. Out of all the 3 Splatoon games, which location is your favorite? I would have to say Accomplish Square. I really love the tower design at the center of the square. It's very creative compared to the other battle lobby buildings. Oh, this one's from Summer. What would you do if you saw Frost after a while? Now that you mentioned it, it's been a while since I saw her around. I heard she's really giving her all in turf. Perhaps maybe I can see her and see how much she's grown. Leo Chaichana says, do you have a crush on Mr. Riot? Oh, no. Well, you see, alright, look, me and Riot are just good friends, okay? Now Nathan asks, to Olive, I noticed your hair got longer over the years. Did you decide to grow it out? Perhaps I did grow it out just a little bit. I have Kiri to thank for my new hairstyle. For a robot, she is quite a hairstylist. Now on to Ark's question. If you wanted to try to get really good with rapping, what would it be? Not gonna lie, I want to try to improve on my splatling gun skills. They've been kind of fun for me to use, and in all honesty though, they can be a little heavy sometimes. Brandon asked, before you started SFM, how did you get into Splatoon? Well actually, Riot started SFM long before he knew about Splatoon. Before he started making Splatoon content, this channel mainly focused around FNAF content, with a couple of other IPs along with it, and then he started looking at Splatoon content around 2019, and as such decided to make his own Splatoon animations, and once again, the rest is history. Skylar asks, what are your future plans for both the channel and life? Well, I'm not really sure I can answer that. Whatever the future holds is really uncertain, but I can say whatever happens, we're not going anywhere. She then asks, will you continue to make animation memes/skits? Obviously, there'll be more animation skits on the channel to come to keep the channel alive while bigger projects are in the works. Last but not least, can I hug Kokoro? Sure you can, although I have no clue where she is at the moment. AK Medic asked, do you plan on trying out Blender? Well, actually Riot has tried out Blender, though only for modeling and porting models to SFM. There's a lot to know about animating in Blender that I don't think Riot is ready for yet. Next, they asked, can you teleport bread? No. Yin Yang asked, what's some of your interests? If I can name a few, they would be cosplays, boxing, sci-fi, and sandbox games.
Don't forget about the Shed Amy fanfiction.
Protest! Don't say stuff like that! What are you even doing here?
Well, mostly because it's been a hot minute since I've been in an actual video, so I figured out I'd drop by.
Also, why does this video look like a PowerPoint presentation?
Riot specifically said not to come in here while I'm answering questions!
Ugh, fine. I'll let you get back to it.
Alright, one more question, and it comes from Josuke. How does it feel seeing the channel has its 10th anniversary and seeing how many folks see your content? Well, I personally am more happy seeing everyone enjoy your content. I'm sure Riot would have expressed his gratitude to all if he was here answering these questions. All I can say is, thank you all. This channel does its best to make good content for y'all, whether if it just be finding something to watch to take your mind off current events in the world and or your personal lives. We're thankful to be with you guys for this long. Hey, can you turn the music down? I said, turn it down! Well, that about wraps up my time here. It was fun getting to interact with you while and sharing information on the channel. I'm looking forward to you all enjoying this channel's content in the near future, and perhaps we'll have more Q&As with different characters in the future. With all that said, thanks for watching.